Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode here in NHL 21. So in last episode, we traded for a goal scorer from the Nashville Predators in Francis, or was it Francis Bouillon? No, it was Stefan Bouillon. This guy is very, very good. He had 18 goals with us in 44 games, and he finished with like 42 goals on the season. I am very excited to see how this guy performs in the playoffs, and very good pickup for us. One of the best ones we've ever made, probably. But anyways, we're now up here in the playoffs in round 1 against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who finished 45, 29, and 8 on the regular season, while we finished 44, 32, and 6. So this should be a pretty even matchup. They don't have a great roster, I would say, but they don't have a bad roster either. It is pretty veteran heavy. As you can see, they got Enroth, who's not too bad, but very veteran heavy in terms of point. Rantanen, Bjorkstrand, Cirelli, Milano, and then Curtis Lazar as well. Benson, Lafferty, and Kopaka are all pretty much veterans. Defensively, they also have a lot of veterans. As you can see, Sergachev, Anderson, Pionk, Dunn, Lindell, and Shea. And in between the pipes, they also have a veteran in Thatcher Demko and Evan Fitzpatrick. And as you can see, their depth is really bad, so I think we should be able to beat this team. Then again, they did eliminate us last year in the playoffs in round 2, so hopefully we could get some redemption here in round 1. So anyways, let's get into game 1 of this first round. We won't make any line changes because we finished the season really strong. We had a really good month of March, and that helped propel us to a playoff spot. So let's see if we could take some wins here on the road in Tampa Bay before we head back home. So here we go, first period in Tampa Bay. Let's see what happens. And not a great start. Two veterans score. It's Sonny Milano and Jack Kopaka. We're down 2-0 after the first period. Hopefully the team can wake up a bit because we were a really good defensive team, but our offense kind of struggled still, even with the acquisition of Bouillon. They have 2 goals on 12 shots, so Rohan House needs to wake up a bit. Second period, and we're still down by 2 goals. We got a goal from Matthews, which is nice, but Rasmus Anderson restores their 2-goal lead. We're down 3-1 after 2. Shots are 23-16. Let's see if we could have maybe a strong third period here, or are we going to drop game 1? This is not a good start. I'm not going to make any line changes after this game, but hopefully this team can wake up a bit, because it seems like our offense is struggling a bit, and defenses as well. Jack Kopaka scores his second of the night. And then Bouillon gets on the board, so that was a good trade acquisition to get him a goal. And Guerin gets one to make it 4-3 late, but it is a little too late. So hopefully that woke us up for next game, maybe that little surge of offense. But we do still lose 4-3 in game 1. So Matthews from Savonin and Bouillon from Svechnikov and Matthews, and Guerin from Foudy and Landeskog. So it looks like our top 6 actually had most of our offense, which is good. But we still lose because Jack Kopaka scored 2 goals. And hopefully Rohan House can wake up a bit, because that was not the greatest first game. He had a pretty good playoffs last year, I think, with like a .920 save percentage. So I'm hoping he could rebound from this loss. I don't know if Bob Morales was actually injured in the AHL. Was he? Yeah, he was. Okay. I just got to make sure the AHL team is good to go. But in terms of the AHL, we are getting some good growth, as you can see from one of our top 9 prospects. Coley Minen should probably be in the NHL pretty much at the stage, and then Tucker is almost NHL ready as well. So we are getting some good growth, which is what we need to eventually replace our veterans. Okay, so not a great first game. It did have a good little surge at the end. Let's see if we could use that momentum and carry it into this game and tie the series up, or else I might make some line changes. First period, and it's 1-1. Okay, I'll take that. Rasmus Anderson scores a shorthanded goal. I don't like that. A defenseman scoring a shorthanded goal is not a good sign. Brett Leeson then, though, scores late, so that's our 4th liner. So our depth is showing up, which is good. Shots are 13-8 in our favor, so that's also good. Second period, and we're down by a goal. Not good. Rohan House is definitely struggling. Nicholson scores and make it a 2-1 game for Tampa Bay. Guerin then ties the game up for us on the power play, which is nice, but then Sonny Milano restores the lead for Tampa Bay. They have 3 goals on 13 shots. Yeah, Rohan House is not on his game, which we need him to be if we want to win the Stanley Cup this year, or any year for that matter. Come on, boys, let's wake up here in the third period, and hopefully Rohan House could find whatever problem he's having right now. Power play, we don't score, and Tampa Bay goes up by 2. Sonny Milano scores again. Oh, Rohan, we're out shooting them, and you're going to let us lose. We might make some line changes here. We're going to lose 4-2 in Game 2. We've been outscored now like 8-5, I think, in the series. Leeson from Perrin and Guerin from Foudy and Veleno. Yeah, I think I'm going to make some line changes already, because our team does not seem to be playing good defensive hockey, which is technically our main characteristic, and our goaltending has not been great. I don't think I'm going to run with Nguyen for a game, but this team needs to wake up. Let's go back with Landeskog on the top line. Give Bouillon some time down there on the second line. Let's move Veleno up. And I think... Actually, we'll move Petrovic back down, put Jenner up. And then defensively, we'll go back with Wall and Stewart, back with Biggs and Lacerte, and then Savonin and Larson. And yeah, Rohan House needs to wake up. In 8:51 in 2 games in a 4:06. Yeah, he needs to wake up. If he does not wake up, maybe we give Nguyen a shot in the playoffs. But Nguyen didn't have a good playoff game when he did play one time. So, like, he played 31 minutes and allowed 2 goals on 17 shots. But I still might have to run with him if Rohan House plays bad again this game. Okay, let's see what happens here. We need to win this game because I don't want to go down 3-0. I don't want to just barely make the playoffs for us to like get swept in the round 1. That would not be great. Come on, boys. We need to wake up here. Get our offense going. Play good defensively. First period of Game 3. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. Brett Leeson scores. Liam Foudy scores. That is a very good opening period for us. Shots are 14-8 as well in favor of us too. So that is a great start. Hopefully we can play good in the second period. Second period, and we're up 3-1. Good stuff, boys. Svechnikov scores. Kopaka scores again for them. I don't know why Jack Kopaka is so good, but apparently he is. We're out shooting him 28-17. Let's lock this one down here in the third period, boys. Power play opportunity early. We don't score on it. Another power play opportunity. It's another long one when we don't convert. Another power play opportunity and we don't convert. And another one. Look at this. We've had 4 power play opportunities in this third period and we haven't converted. So maybe we want to change up our power play unit. And we're going to win 3-1. And this is pretty much a brand new series if we could tie up the series next game. But very good game from us this time. Leeson from Stewart, Foudy from Larson and Dingman, and Svechnikov from Bouillon and Landeskog. But our power play was really bad in that game. But Rohan House woke up, which is good. But yeah, we had a lot of power play opportunities. Like if we go to this and go to penalties, like in that third period, look at all those penalties they took. They took a holding penalty, 2 elbowing penalties, another hooking penalty, a slashing, a tripping penalty, all in the third period. And we did not score on any of those goals. Yeah, I might have to adjust that line. Yeah, I'm going to adjust the power play unit, because if we can get our power play unit going, we might be even a better team. But right now, it's kind of sketchy with our power play not being that good. So we are going to move Landeskog back to the point, I think. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll try Biggs on the top unit instead of Wall, just because Biggs had 17 goals this season. So we'll try him on the top unit instead. And yeah, it's good that House woke up, but hopefully he could be a little bit more consistent. Okay, so that's the only line change we're going to make. Try and get that power play unit to go a little bit. And yeah, hopefully we can tie this series up, headed back to Tampa Bay. Because if we can, then that would be great. Come on, boys. Game 4 on home ice. Let's win another one. First period, and it's 1-1. Okay, I'll take that. Landeskog scores a power play goal, and Rantanen scores a power play goal. Former teammates in Colorado. That's kind of funny. Shots are 12-7 in favor of us. Hopefully we can have a good second period here. Second period, down by 1. Not good. Sonny Milano's been good too. I don't know how these guys are simming so well for them. But we are down by 1 goal. We are out shooting him 20-18. We need to get a goal here and tie this one up in the third, or else we're going to be down 3-1, which is not a good sign. Here we go, third period. Who wants to tie it up for us? Oh, no, that's not good. Sergachev scores an early goal for Tampa Bay, and we're down by 2 goals. Landeskog pulls us back within 1. Come on, Landy. Get that hat trick and tie the game up. Still down by a goal. Matthews, anybody want to score for us? Come on, somebody. I know you got a goal in you. Dingman? And we're going to lose 3-2, and we are on the brink of elimination. Even though we outshot them 38-24, Thatcher Demko stood on his head, and that is not good. Landeskog from Foodie and Wall, and Landeskog from Larson and Matthews, but our team is struggling in terms of the offensive consistency, it looks like. So Landeskog gets second star, but Thatcher Demko had a really good game. If it wasn't for Demko, we would have probably won that game, I would assume. And their offense as well, but not good. We need to win 3 straight games or else we're going to be out in the round 1. And yeah, maybe we could get a good player in the draft, who knows. But I am going to adjust our lines again. I don't really like how Rohan House has been playing. Do I give Rohan House a night off? Because how much games did he play during the regular season? 62 games. That's a lot of games. Francis Nguyen played 26 though, so that's a decent amount for him. I don't know if I want to put Nguyen in as the goaltender or not. You know what? We're going to give Nguyen a shot. Sometimes you got to call for weird-ass line changes, and that's what we're going to do. We're also going to try and move Landeskog back to his normal wing and put Svechnikov back on the right side. And I don't know if we're going to do anything else. Move Foodie back in there and Foligno switch the two of them around. Move Petrovic back up because he's more offensively minded. And swap Lacerte and Savonin. Yeah, we're just going to do some random drastic line changes to see if this team can come back from a 3-1 deficit. We need to fight off elimination, and we're in Tampa Bay. This is not good. We need to win 2 games on the road if we want to win the series and 1 home game. Let's see if we can fight off elimination. We'll do a real-time simulation for these games just because we are on the brink of elimination. So, come on, boys. Let's get a win here. Get a win on the road for a change. Come on, Wall. Somebody on the blue line, maybe. Biggs. There's a goal from Guerin. Okay, Guerin's scoring a decent amount of goals in this first round. I'm liking that. I think that's his 3rd or 4th goal in this series. So at least he's picking it up, because he does only have 1 year left on his contract before we'll have to give him a big extension, I think. Second period, we're outshooting him 16-13 after that first period. We need to add some insurance in this game. Who wants to get us some insurance here? The question is, if we do win this game, do we go back to House? I think so, just in case. Petrovic gets a goal to go put us up 2-0. Nguyen's having a pretty strong game, but then he lets in a goal from Enroth, and it's now 2-1 after 2. Shots are 27-23 in favor of us. Come on, Nguyen, you can just hold down the fort, and we need an offensive goal from Bouillon or something. Come on, boys. Matthews, you haven't scored yet, I don't think. There's a goal from Petrovic again. Okay. Liking that Petrovic's coming through. He's a good sniper. We're up by 2 goals. Is that enough? Time winding down, and we are going to fight off elimination in a very strong game from Francis Nguyen, making 34 saves. Maybe that's just the type of game we needed. Guerin gets a goal from Foodie and Bouillon, Petrovic from Foligno and Dingman, and the exact same thing as well in the 3rd period. And yeah, very strong game from Nguyen in his first game of the year in terms of the playoffs. Petrovic gets 2nd star and Foligno to 3rd. So even though Nguyen just had a really good game, I don't know if it's good to do that. And oh my goodness, you gotta be joking me. Wall has gone down with his sore foot, and he's out till May 2nd. So we're going to be literally without Wall for the rest of the series. So that is going to be very tough for us to come back without our top defender. I mean, we do still have a good defensive core, but I do not like that. Hopefully Larson could step up maybe. We could throw in Schneider here. Maybe not. Wait. Yeah, we'll do that. Might as well. And we'll go back to Rohan House, I think, even though Nguyen just had a really good game. I just don't feel like I don't know if it's risky playing the backup 2 games in a row, because maybe Howe's only just needed a night off. But yeah, that's a long time without Wall, because even if we win the series in the 7 games, we're probably going to wait a few games into the second round to get him back. Oh, come on, boys. 5 points in 5 games from Foodie. I like that. Okay. Come on, boys. We need to fight off elimination again. We're going back to Rohan House. Hopefully being on the sidelines gave him a lot to think about, and hopefully he's back for this game. Back to being that great goaltender that he was last year. Real-time simulation again. We're back on home ice. Let's see if we can fight off elimination again. Come on, boys. We're being outshot badly in this opening period. Come on, Matthews, Foodie, Veleno. Maybe even Biggs, since you're now playing on the top 2 pairing without Wall being there. But Wall's a big loss for us, and we're being outshot 12-9, but it is scoreless after 1, so pretty good opening period. Let's see what happens here in the second, and not good. Enroth opens the scoring. Come on, Bullion. I didn't trade for you not to score really in the playoffs. He's had a few assists, but he hasn't scored much, and of course, Enroth is going to score 2 goals. I wanted to trade for this guy in last episode, but I didn't end up, and now Kopaka makes it 3-0. Bullion does get us on the board. We're down 3-1. Can we get another goal to pull us back within 1? No, we can't. Lazar makes it 4-1. And there's another goal from Svechnikov. And we're down 4-2 going into the third. House was pulled already. Nian has already jumped in. Oh, this is not good. We need to have a really strong third period. We're being outshot 25-20. We're down by 2 goals. We might be getting eliminated in the first round. Unless this team could have a good, strong third period. Let's see what happens. Come on, boys. Get that offensive surge going. Guerin, Foodie, somebody. And no offense is happening in the first 10 minutes. We're going to get eliminated in the first round. After what looked like a promising season near the end, we're going to get eliminated. And, yeah, 5-2 final. Maybe 5-3 actually final. As Schneider decides to jump in with 5 seconds left for no reason in his first ever playoff game with us. Not good. This team allowed way too much goals in the playoffs. Didn't play like what they did during the regular season. Bullion from Foodie, Svechnikov from Landeskog and Savonin, and Schneider from Savonin and Landeskog. So we definitely need to still find that offensive touch in the draft or something, or hopefully we get good development, but this team loses in 6 games in round 1. Not good. Let's take a look at our player stats for the first round. And then we're going to already sim, I think, to the awards and see how our AHL team does in the playoffs, I think. Just for fun. Let's just take a look at the playoff tree quickly. Interesting. The Nashville actually made the playoffs after trading away Bullion. So, player stats for that horrendous first round. Foodie was point per game. I don't even know if he's going to come back. Matthews is going to get a big extension. 3 points from him. Veleno had 3 points. Leeson had 2 goals, and Perrin had 1 point. So our centers did pretty decent, I would say, in the 6 games. Landeskog did really well in 6 games. Caron was okay. He scored 3 goals. Petrovic scored 2. And then Bullion was really good. Svechnikov was a bit disappointing. Dingman was pretty good, but he had no goals after having 22 during the regular season. So, yeah, we needed Dingman to step up, but he didn't. And then Jenner had no points. Defensively, Savonin had 3, Larson had 2, Schneider had 1 goal in 1 game, which is pretty crazy. Wall had 1 assist in 5 games. So Wall let us down considerably after being extended the last offseason. He let us down completely in the playoffs. After having 48 points in the regular season, he did not do anything in the playoffs. Stewart 1 point, but a +4. Biggs no points as well. Biggs let us down too. And Lacerte had no points. So our blue line let us down in terms of goal scoring, and then Nguyen was really, really good. But Rohan House really struggled this year. Not good. Okay, so yeah, let's sim to the awards and stuff like that, and we'll get ready for the draft for next episode, just because might as well. But man, that sucks. I didn't want this team to go out in the first round, but of course it happens. Let's just go best lines. But yeah, we definitely need that top-notch sniper, I think. because that's the only reason we're not scoring enough, is because we don't have really that offensive talent. We have a lot of good veterans like Landeskog, but he could be retiring. So the New York Islanders are going to win the Stanley Cup, and San Jose wins the AHL, which means our AHL team did not win, unfortunately. Let's take a look at those individual awards. Actually, let's take a look at the playoff tree first. Who did the Islanders beat for the Stanley Cup? They beat the LA Kings, so Dylan Larkin making it back to the Cup Finals again. Tampa Bay only made it to the second round, where they lost in 5 games to the eventual Cup champions. Okay, so awards. The New York Islanders win the Stanley Cup. Last year was the Rangers, so it's kind of funny, both New York teams winning. The Devils win the President's Trophy, and it was LA and the Islanders in the finals. Pettersson wins the Art Ross and the Hart. Rasmus Dahlin wins the Norris. Pettersson wins the Bing. Smaby wins the Calder for the Flyers. Beauvillier was the best in the playoffs, the Conn Smythe winner. Shesterkin wins another Vezina and another Jennings. Miska Kukkonen wins the Bill Masterton for the 2nd straight year. Ouellette for St. Louis wins Jack Adams. Perfetti to Selke. Pettersson to Lindsay, and Como to Richard. In terms of the AHL, any awards for our AHL affiliate? Yes, we did get one, and it's Mui, the best goaltender in the AHL, which is pretty awesome. And that is it. Let's take a look at the Stanley Cup winners, just because I haven't done this much, but I want to kind of see who was on the Islanders. So the Islanders had Nathan McKinnon, Dmitry Timoshev, Beauvillier, Barzal, Christian Fischer, Joshua Waugh, Noah Dobson, Thomas Hurdle, Jacob Chikrin, Bradley Sterling, Ryan Pulock, Dylan Gambrell, Alexander Pulnovs, who I think, they acquired from Carolina at the deadline, Simon Holmstrom, Taro Allen, Brendan Lemieux, Jacob Trouba, Nathan Gaucher, Zach McEwen. And in their goaltending situation, they had Jaden Rabbit. So, wow. This guy went 14-1-3 in the playoffs. Wow, that is a really good playoffs. This guy literally only lost 1 game. He's got a career playoff record of 14-2-3. Damn. So the Islanders only lost 1 game in regulation in the entire playoffs. And then their goaltender was insane as well. Cal Peterson is the backup. 984 and a .54. Damn, this team was really good. Like, they must be a really good defensive team or something. But okay, so that is the awards for the season. What was I gonna check? Let's sim to the draft. We'll find out the retirements and stuff like that. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody. The Ottawa Senators get the 1st overall pick, moving up from 7 to 1. Calgary number 2, Boston number 3, Montreal number 4, and Carolina number 5. Oh, it sucks that we just barely made the playoffs, only to lose in 5 games. Okay, so the player retirements for the season. Did we lose Landeskog? Does not look like it, but Kucherov retires, Huberdeau, Hall, Nugent Hopkins, Shen, OEL, etc. Some pretty big names. Let's just go to our roster. I don't think we lost anybody. Yeah, we didn't lose anybody. Not really a surprise. Coach retirements. We did lose Matej Kames in the AHL, which I don't think was our head coach. And let's do some draft interviews already, because why not? I don't even know where we're going to be drafting, to be honest. It's probably going to be like 16th or 17th, maybe around 18th, I don't know. We want to find these best players as possible. This guy still don't know anything about. Oh wait, who was that guy? I just saw a decent looking player. Dallas Chan, Hopefully we can get a good player in this draft. Because if we don't... this Timothy Aker guy might be really good. He's a top 6 forward, probably, but we'll still pin him. Russell Chow. This guy might be decent. Matty Yasu. Not that we need a defenseman, but this doesn't look like a deep draft, really. Any potential guys I should pin for next episode? This Alexandrov guy. Ooh, I know who I'm getting. A similar player to Marcus Nazlov, Nikita Alexandrov. This guy might be our sniper that we need. He's not supposed to go to the second round, but I might take him in the first round because we won't be able to get him in the second round. We might have found somebody that we need. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this guy might be it. He might be a sniper, he might be a playmaker, but either way, this guy looks like a good goal scorer since he's like Marcus Naslund. Woo! That's why you always take a look at potential players, because you never know. Some of them might be really good. And what else we got here? Anything else? And nothing really. Let me actually interview that guy that was like Naslund, because maybe we could actually find out his player type. Play style. Let's see, what kind of player are you? And then we'll also look at his readiness, but this guy's going to be pretty good. He likes to make passes, so he's actually probably a playmaker, but he has good shooting as well for a playmaker maybe. Readiness. He says he needs a few seasons, so he might be 3 years away. Maybe it's still 2 years. And let's see what his greatest weakness is. Actually, it might be his skill. Actually, we'll do his greatest strength. It's probably his passing. Oh, his skating, okay. Yeah, I feel like this Nikita Alexandrov guy is who we're going to take with our first round pick, even if he's way earlier than supposed to be. Yeah, he's 3 years away, so he might be a top 6 forward. But this guy listed as a gem, he's got definitely a really good high overall, I think. And the fact that he's like Marcus Naslund, I think this guy's perfect for us. And anything else we want to do before this draft? I don't think so. Actually, let's look at the progress reports, and I'll show you guys also the contract situation too quickly. So Philippe Guérin got a lot of statistical, but also some natural growth. So we're gonna have to sign him to a big contract in next episode. Raphael Ouellet really developed well for being a 23-year-old. Yeah, this guy has a lot of natural growth. So this guy might be in the NHL next season. Landeskog didn't retire, but I don't know how his overall is going to be next season. Matthews probably grew a decent amount. Yeah, Bullion as well. His is mostly statistical, but he is going to want a good contract when his contract's up in a few years. Any development in the system? Hobbs developed pretty well. He was our first round pick last year. Good. Let's actually sort by potential. Clymer's developing well. That's our enforcer, but he's still only 66 at 22. He did just have a 50-goal season in US, though, which is pretty crazy. Anybody else intriguing? Tucker's growing well. Sedin's growing well. Dunham's growing well. So we are getting some really good development as of lately. And then goalie-wise, let me take a look. Turkov didn't grow really at all. He only grew in endurance. That was our low fringe starter pick that we got in the 7th round last year. And I think that's it. Let me actually take a look at the contracts quickly. And let's go to all expiring. So here's who we have to sign. So Guérin's a UFA, so he's going to be the biggest one probably. He only wants pretty much the exact same as what he was making, so that's pretty good. Probably will re-sign him at that price. Landeskog, I don't know if he will come back, because he wants $10 million. So maybe we find a better sniper in free agency. But maybe there's a guy that hits free agency that we can bring in. Foodie, I don't know if I bring him back. He's a little bit pricey. Matthews is definitely getting an extension. Oh, he wants a lot, but he's definitely going to get it. Voleno. And I don't know if Voleno comes back. Lacerte and like the defensive core is going to all stay the same. Even though Lacerte wants $5 million, which is quite a bit. Xavier Jenner wants $2 million, so he wants a bit more than normal. Larson, coming off his ELC, wants $2 million, which is not a lot. And then Coley Minen should be, he probably wants to be in the NHL next season. And then in terms of our goaltending, we don't really have anything to do with. And who is unsigned? That's good. Just out of curiosity. Nobody really. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to the draft and re-sign stage. And hopefully this team could get better with the prospects that we're getting developed. and also hopefully we could find some good things in free agency. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.